All right, here we go. Another question. I think my voice is starting to give out, so I think I'm probably going to stop with halfway through. So if you see me doing a costume change for the next 10 or 11 questions, that's why. All right, I have the 10th question for today, and that is, how do I send or receive Bitcoin? Well, let's go back to the wallet, and we'll go back to the Ballet wallet, okay? That's the easiest thing to do. So Bitcoin has an address. It's like a wallet. So when you're on the blockchain, you're assigned a number. And it's alphanumeric number. That means there's letters in it too. And it's 0 through 9 and A through F. And there's, I think, 16 digits to it, I'm pretty sure. But each one of those 0 through 9, A through F represents 16. So there's a whole lot of digits involved in this. And to remember this address is a real pain. In the early days of crypto, to say somebody your address, it was painful because you had to verify the whole string of characters and letters to make sure you were sending it and receiving it from the right person. So you had your address right. That's why we often do what's called a test transaction. We send a little bit, make sure that it went there. So like, hey, I want to send Jeff $1,000, but let me send $5 first to make sure it gets there. And we just confirm with Jeff, like, hey, did you get the $5? Like, yeah, I got it. Send the rest. That was a test transaction. Confirm that that path is good. You have the address right. That's a good practice no matter what, unless it's a small amount of money. Secondly, okay, so now that was the old days. You had all these letters and numbers. You had to get them right. You had to copy and paste them and send them in emails. It was a real pain. Now, the good news was that that address, those letters and numbers, were all public, right? They were all available and they were all out there, and it didn't matter. It's much like me giving you my email. You can send me an email. You could. I don't have the Main Street email set up yet, but it will be added soon. Or there'll probably be somewhere on this website to easily drop me a note, myself or anyone else associated with Bitcoin Main Street. And again, thanks for checking this out. But you don't have to know all those details, right? You don't have to know you could say, I'm going to send money to Jeff. I can send money to this. So then you said there are programs now that allow you to translate those letters and numbers into an address and make it easy. For example, there are QR codes, which is a huge benefit for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, because I could scan this with my Bitcoin wallet and it'll populate the address field, and I can just send the amount. So rather than typing in AB9734, whatever it is, I can just scan this and all those letters and numbers appear in the send address. And then later on, you actually can say, that's Jeff's wallet address. So you don't have to even remember, you don't have to scan it again. So it depends on your wallet, depends on the technology you're using, but these things really are a major shortcut. And then, so you can send me, if you want to send me $1,000, you send me $5, I confirm that, yep, I got the $5, you send the balance, it's all good. Receiving, same thing. This is the receive address for this particular wallet. The send wallet, I'd have to present to you my address. So this is the address for you to send me money. If you want to receive money, you have to get your own address and get it someone and share that however you want, so that they can send you funds and Bitcoin to that address. And for any other cryptocurrency as well, they all have similar technology. But this is for Bitcoin. This is how it works. So QRs really have shortened the timeline and made it easier. The other thing is that sometimes it used to take a while for this to transact and show up, like because of the blockchain catching up. With the Lightning Network and with Strike and other applications that are out there, typically this gets settled very quickly. This one uses, I think, the Lightning Network to settle it within a minute or two, so it's already there. The blockchain catches up afterwards, but essentially, once you have the QR codes, life is much easier now, and sending and receiving becomes much easier too. So you don't have to type in all those letters and numbers to send Jeff money, or to send your friend money, or to receive money. You just take this, you scan it, and it'll populate. You can even put it in the email because it's perfectly fine. It's public. You can't lose your Bitcoin for sharing an address to send money to. You could tattoo it on your forehead. You could put it on a website. You could put it wherever you want, because it say, hey, send me money to this address, much like your Cash App ID or your Zelle, or how to Zelle you money. That's basically that's the state of how that works today. So my battery is dying, my voice is going out, but I think I covered it pretty well. If not, as always, drop us a line and we'll cover it further. But for now, on to the next question.